I'm Ashley.
I'm Lauren, and this is
Whispers in the Basement. You were like head banging. I almost said bopping.
No, I literally, like, as you were doing that, in my head, I had, like, some heavy metal just going on in the background. And I was like...
Was it that one song that you made Peyton and I listen to?
Counting Worms by Knocked Loose. It's a banger, man. It's only got, like,
It really is a banger, because you're legit just banging your head.
And it has the screamo. It has the screamo, like, arf, arf. It's so good.
Arf.
It's... All right, if you guys want to listen to a short song, Counting Worms.
Yeah.
By Knocked Loose.
Okay.
And literally, like, at the end, I think it does say, like, at one point, he does scream the words, Counting Words.
That song made me think of, there was this song a long time ago that my brother used to listen to. I think it's called The Devil's Ice Cream Truck. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Okay, I'm going to play it for you as soon as we get done recording. Because it's really, how about Start Wearing Purple?
What's the band?
Start Wearing Purple is like, I'm going to try to pronounce it, and I'm probably going to butcher it, but it's like Gorgolo Bodello.
No.
They sound like gypsies when they sing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, listen, I'll have you listen to that one too.
The Devil's Ice Cream.
I think that's what it's called, The Devil's Ice Cream Truck. Did you find it? I think of it every time I hear the ice cream truck go. I mean, our ice cream truck here is like, you know, sings happy songs, but okay, I'm gonna find it.
Nope. There's a ice cream truck by Young Gravy. There's The Devil Wears Prada.
Nope. Hold on, I'll find it.
Okay.
I just had it pulled up the other day. It's a true song. Swear to it.
Maybe it's like on SoundCloud.
Nope, it's on Spotify. I found it. I just gotta remember what it's called.
Like ice cream.
The Devil. Oh, wait. Man, hold on.
I'm so sorry.
We're gonna pause. We found it. It was Strapping Young Lad, Satan's Ice Cream Truck. Yes. And it was Gorgo Bodello.
Yep. We listened to both of
Purple.
them. They were actually bangers. So.
I'm telling
they're
you.
They're catchy.
Yeah. But the Worms one, it makes me think, all I could think of is Peyton's face in the backseat of the car.
Absolutely. Well,
she was terrified.
We were also listening to...
Dayseeker.
Yes, and you and I were both singing along, and Peyton...
Did not know those.
It's
cool.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're back.
We are back.
We're back.
Yeah,
that was my best.
Did that way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been kind of crazy.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like our brains just kind of needed the break.
They did, but man, I think, and I'm going to say this because you don't have kids, but you will figure it out one day. Mm-hmm. It's like the last 2 months of the school year. It's just like everything's crammed in there. Mm-hmm. Also, because it's my birthday. Like I had my birthday last Saturday. Mother's Day is coming up. Mm-hmm. So it's like 2 weeks from my birthday. You have all of the ceremonies for, especially once your kids get into high school. You've got all these ceremonies that they have to do. Gage had his robotics competition in Dallas. Memphis is doing play practice 3 days a week. Gage was also doing the jazz band.
Yeah.
So it's just like...
so much at once.
You're like a taxi cab service.
Mm-hmm.
I should get a taxi light for my car.
You absolutely should, but don't have it say taxi. Have it be like neon green or purple.
Oh, yeah. But can it say like... I don't know. The bitch mobile.
I was thinking like the Ferg mobile.
I just feel like I'm my kid's bitch. Like, hey, take me here and take me there. Yeah.
You're also the whenever you forget something.
Gage. I cannot tell you the amount of anxiety I had for him going to Dallas, because that's where the competition was at, solely because I knew once he got down there, he would be like, Mom, I forgot this important thing. And I would be like, I'm so sorry. I'm not overnighting that to you.
I am not driving to Dallas.
He did not forget anything.
That's good.
Except when he came back and Aaron picked him up, because they took a charter bus there. Mm-hmm. When he came back and Aaron picked him up, he got everything off of the charter bus except for his fucking bag that all of his clothes were in, all of his toiletries were in. Like, we grabbed every cowboy hat we took. We grabbed our cowboy boots. We grabbed our backpack. But we never thought, gosh, where are my clothes? So First Sergeant actually, like, it was the only one left on the sidewalk. And so he had to take it into the school and figure out who it belonged to. So Gage had to do 350 push-ups to get his bag back.
You know, he'll never forget to do that.
That's what I said.
Or if he does.
He did almost all of them yesterday. He got down to 50.
Oh, wait. So, like, he didn't have to sit there and do them all at once.
No. I'm sorry. I did make that seem like... I did say to get his bag. He got his bag, but he still owed 350 push-ups. He made it to... He had 50 left yesterday. And had to quit because his arms were noodles. And so then First Sergeant was like, it's 60 a day that you don't get them done. So Monday he has 170.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I was like, I bet you won't forget your bag ever again, will you? And he was like, no.
Okay, wait. So how is he ensuring that it's being done, though?
It has to be done in class.
Oh, so...
Yeah, he has to drop and do it right in front of him.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly...
Yeah.
We need to bring stuff like that back, though, for
Gage
kids.
gets so mad. And there's sometimes where I'm like, man, that really sucks. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying it's like, I don't know. I'm not saying that it's like, I'm not like, oh, yeah, go First Sergeant. That's so crappy. But at the end of the day, like.
It keeps you accountable.
You are 15 and you got 3 years until you are a legal adult. And you can't depend on somebody else to always remind you to do this, that, and grab this and that for you. So.
Well, and it's a hard lesson to learn.
It absolutely is,
yeah.
but I guarantee he never forgets his bag again.
Hopefully not. If he does, that's...
Shitey.
At least he's going to be building some muscle, I guess.
Very true. He had to skip, because he's also in track. He pole vaults. So he had to skip track practice yesterday because his arms were so sore he couldn't even pull himself up on the pole.
Oh, my gosh. Oh,
Sucks.
He's going to be dead, though, whenever we have to do the Murph then.
Well, he will get all of his... What do you mean?
Because it's like 300 push-ups.
Oh, he'll be fine. That's at the end of the month, though.
Yeah.
He'll be totally fine. I mean, he almost got 300 done. And you're taking a break. Or not a break, but you're like, you don't have to sit and do 300 at one time, do you? Like, you can do 100,
Oh,
run.
yeah.
You can space it out.
Yeah.
Give your arms a little bit of a break while you work on something else.
Well, I think you run a mile, you do squats, pull-ups, push-ups, and then you run another mile.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
I mean, or he won't. It'll be fine.
I fully think that he's probably going to be the only one that completes it and is like, he'll be fine though. Him and Peyton.
Yes, they're going to kill it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'll be walking.
I'm not even competing, so I'll watch and cheer you on. Go. Yeah. So we don't have really anything. We don't have like a dedicated episode to cover today just because things have been so busy. And Lauren's been out of the state a few times the past couple of weeks, few weeks. So what we are planning on doing today is just kind of talking about some things that have been trending, I guess, on TikTok, or just like even things that like I've heard about, just like little news clippets.
Absolutely.
And we'll discuss
like a
them.
breaking news, but not a breaking news.
Oh, you were supposed to keep going. Breaking news. Okay, it's fine.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know where you were going. It's fine. Okay. I was just like, no worries. Go off, sis.
No worries. It's, do your dee-dee-dee-dees. It's fine.
Yeah, I was just letting you do it because I was like, okay.
No worries.
Really,
I'm not blushing.
I feel like that, it sounded familiar to me, but I was like, I don't know where she's going with it, so I was just going to let her have it.
Yeah. So what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about my birthday?
Yeah, let's talk about your birthday.
It's your birthday. I did nothing that day, really. It was just like a super chill day. So it was last Saturday, the 27th. We went to that play of Dakota's.
Yes, the
Friday
day before.
Night.
Yeah.
Super sad play.
It was very sad. May
have been in my feels a little too much that night and cried.
Facts.
Also may have had a couple of drinks to add to the feels.
Yeah, we went to Chili's.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Because I saw the triple dipper on TikTok.
Yes. And Chili's has a phenomenal like selection of margaritas that I never knew about. Like all the flavors.
Same. No, I would actually probably go back again just for a drink.
For sure. They had a coconut margarita.
Yeah. And even my margarita that I had just in general was good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, if you follow, I guess I put it on my personal Instagram and my Facebook. Yeah, you saw the picture of the pretty blue. It was like a Bahama Mama hurricane something.
It was tropical. It was fruity. It was like you were on a beach, but you were in a booth at Chili's.
Yeah, and this girl was like, "This is my favorite," and I said, "Okay, bring it on, sister. Let's do it." It was really good. And then Saturday, my actual birthday, I went to a nursery and bought some flowers.
I was the first one to tell you happy birthday, so middle finger up to everybody else.
You absolutely were. I think it was like you, Peyton, Justin was one of like the top first five, and my in-laws.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was laying in bed at 11:40 p.m. and I was like, I can make it 20 more minutes.
You did. I woke up so early that morning though, and was like, okay, nobody else is up, so I just started manic cleaning. Like I cleaned my fridge.
Yeah.
And fridges are freaking nasty, man. And if you tell me yours is not nasty, you're lying.
No, mine has. I mean, I like will routinely like wipe stuff out, but
to like fully take everything out.
No, it's disgusting.
Yeah, because you don't know, like when you're like putting things away from the grocery store, sometimes there's like stuff on the bottom or, you know, like I can't even tell you how much like little bits of cardboard because, you know, if something comes in a cardboard box, it was just, it's free. And sweet tea. The amount of fucking sweet tea that I scrubbed off that door, insane.
Oh, because it was probably sticky.
Yes. Yep. So I did that. I went to the nursery, bought flowers because
you've been like buying hella flowers.
Girl.
Because even on Friday you bought flowers too.
I did. Yes, that's right. Because Friday afternoon, the day before my birthday, I always take off a half day and go flower shopping with my mom. I went and got lunch that day too.
Yeah, where'd you eat?
Flat Branch.
Oh, yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah, because you had a salad, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. And then what else did we do Saturday? Nothing really. And then Aaron made dinner. We had steak and shrimp, and you were there.
And a burrito, or not a burrito.
Salad.
Baked potato.
And a baked potato.
Yep.
Strawberry cake, because it's my favorite.
Yep.
Was that it? I think that was it. And drinkies.
Yeah, high noons.
Yeah. And then that was it.
It was a good time, though.
It was a good time.
Chill.
Yeah.
The steak was fire. The shrimp was really good, too, actually.
Aaron grills, and I hope you're not lying to me. Maybe you are. If you are, it's fine. But
What?
I think that Aaron grills phenomenal steak.
No, I mean, the steak was delicious.
It's so good.
I ate the whole steak, so.
Yeah, I love his
grilling techniques.
Mm-hmm.
A pit master, if you will. He's gonna be like, oh yeah, it's so good. Because he also made burgers like a couple weeks ago, smash burgers. Except they were like
they were patty melts.
Yeah, but they were like XXL patty melts.
Dude, he does that though with the smash burgers too, and he
makes them so big.
It's not one patty, it's two.
Yes.
And then you're like halfway through, and you're like, I cannot eat anymore.
No, because I think I was like, yeah, I'll have two patties. And then once I saw that, I was like, I can actually not eat that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had also been day drinking that day.
Mm-hmm. So. Yes. Oh, yeah, because that was the high noon slushy situation.
That was so good, too.
Yeah. I was the DD.
It's really nice outside today. I could go for one of those.
Dude, yeah.
It's a patio drinking day.
It really is.
I don't know if I feel like feeling like shit tomorrow, though.
No, I don't feel like feeling bloated at all.
Yep. So that was my birthday. It was just a cool, chill day.
That's good, though.
Yeah. That's what I wanted. Just
absolutely.
A chillax day. Mm-hmm. Didn't even have to, I love the days when you don't even have to look at the time. You just do whatever.
You just exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't have to be on anybody else's schedule but your own. Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
I sometimes like fantasize about like living off grid and not having a real job, but like you grow your own food. Obviously, like, yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking of something else, but yeah. Yeah.
Where like you literally don't have to wake up and, well, okay, I guess if you're truly living off grid and you have animals, you have to feed them and shit.
Yeah, but it's not like you have to be at the barn at exactly 8:00 to clock in, and you know, it's just like,
yeah,
it's a set time. It's not like you
Yeah.
have to be there. No, I was thinking about all the stuff I got for my birthday, and I got a pair of Crocs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because well, first off, I'm allergic to bees. And every year, I hate fucking shoes. And I hate socks, too.
Yeah.
I just like being barefoot all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Every year, I step on a fucking bee.
It never fails.
Never fails.
Yeah.
So the kids, bought me a pair of Crocs for my birthday to wear outside. And Lauren was like, oh, yeah, you can get those cute little giblets. And I was like, oh, you know, the little decor that goes. Yeah. And I was like, cool. So then Saturday night laying in bed, I'm on Amazon and I'm trying to find these quote unquote giblets and they don't exist. And I'm like, what the hell? That's so weird. And so then I get on Google to find out that they are called gibbets. And that giblets are actually the innards of a freaking bird. So no wonder Amazon was like, what the hell is a Croc giblet? Yeah.
I'm still calling them giblets.
I mean, go for it.
Yeah.
I'll laugh every time in my head, but I will fully support you and be like, no, they're definitely called giblets.
Yeah, because you know whenever somebody has like a pronunciation of something.
Oh, yeah. I have it all the time.
And in your head, you're just like, that's not how it's pronounced.
I do it all the time. It is not a sandwich to me. It's a sandwich.
I sometimes say Sammy.
Mine's a sandwich.
Uh-huh.
They are not tennis shoes. They are tinny runners.
Oh, I feel like Seth says tinny screws.
Okay, that's a good one. I've not heard that one.
He got a new pair the other day and he said my wheels, or he was like, yeah, I got my new wheels. And I was thinking like, oh, on his like work truck or whatever. Uh-huh. And I was like, oh, what do they look like? And then he sent me a pair of his tennis shoes. And I was like,
that's so funny.
That's not.
Because the wheels on Aaron's car, Aaron calls them his shoes. The shoes for his car.
That's so funny.
It is. It's like the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was talking to a friend this week and they were driving down the highway and they were like, oh, there's an armadillo. And I was like, we don't call those armadillos.
Nope, armadillo.
He goes, what do you call them? I said, army dildo.
Oh, I say armadillo.
An army dildo.
Army dildo's a good one too.
I know. So I know it's not the right pronunciation, but I don't give a shit. I will always pronounce those things that way.
Absolutely.
Always and forever. Yeah, so that's my giblet story. And me laughing at the...
But you did order some. What kind?
Gibbets. Yeah, I got Beetlejuice.
Uh-huh.
Coraline.
Mm-hmm.
I got some skeletons and aliens.
Mm-hmm.
And the middle finger. Because why not?
Great, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to decorate every single hole.
That's what she said.
That is what she said. Yeah. So that's my birthday. That was my birthday story. That's about that.
So you have any wisdom that you want to share? Any life lessons?
Life lessons.
Or do you have any goals for this upcoming year?
I do have some
Instead of
goals.
looking back, let's look toward the future.
First goal is I really just want to be able to finish the year strong health-wise, I think.
Yeah.
Even Peyton wants me to do that marathon with her.
The half marathon.
Yeah. Half marathon?
Yeah.
Truly do the half marathon.
I agree.
Not run and disappear into the woods and Uber to the finish line.
Facts.
But I would do that.
I would help you.
And
I'd be like, oh my God, Peyton, she smoked you.
You could be my Uber and just give me the beer, give me a beer and be like, yeah.
Oh, I would dump a whole gallon of water on you and be like, dude, she was soaked. She was going so fast.
But truly complete this half marathon. I'm not going to sit here and say I can absolutely do it.
I mean, but you actually can.
Yeah. I'm just not going to say that, yes, I'm going to do it because I don't want to commit to it and then not do it and then feel like I let myself down.
Mm-hmm.
But that, and then I think also just, genuinely being happy and confident.
Absolutely.
I think that's the hardest thing as a female adult, I think. And probably even some males too. It's just really hard to be confident in yourself in every aspect of life.
Yeah.
So,
I always feel like whenever you talk to people about their confidence and stuff, I think the biggest thing that everybody always says is you just fake it until you make it.
You do. And I think a lot of times too, it's you are in total control of the happy thoughts that are in your head, right? And
absolutely,
I can sit here and tell you all day long how great I think you are, and how you're my best friend, and I could just keep filling your cup. That's so easy for me to do, but I can't say that stuff about myself. It's the same with you. You can't say that stuff about yourself either. It's harder for you to say that stuff about yourself. And I don't there's no reason why.
I will say that not being in the office as much and listening to women tear down their bodies.
Oh my gosh.
It has silenced my self-hatred. And I had even talked about that. Now, I mean, self-hatred is kind of true because
there's no comparing.
Correct.
You're not constantly comparing yourself and hearing somebody else's, progress and how great they're doing and then beating yourself up because you gained 2 pounds overnight or something like that. You know what I mean?
I was talking to Lainey about that whenever we were driving, and I was like, it's not that I don't look in the mirror and I'm like, God, you are so beautiful. Like, because I do. I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm so beautiful. But then, like, I will be in Colombia and I see somebody in, like, Lululemons and a really tight top. And I'm like, ugh, but I don't, like, I'm not fit like you are. And, and so then it's the comparison. But also, everybody's always struggling with their own demons that we don't ever talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so being able to just not do that as much would be so freeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think, like, speaking on the wisdom piece, I mean, I can say this, but it's not entirely true. You do kind of have to realize, and I preach this to my kids a lot, because growing up, I was definitely not this person. Mm-hmm. I always worried about what other people thought about me and having friends. And it's so easy to do that as a child because you're in such a contained environment, like school, right?
Yeah.
You're with those people every single day.
If you don't make friends, it's miserable.
Yeah, and you are kind of like figuring out who you are, and you aren't confident in yourself because that comes with time and experience, right? And but now I do kind of care a little bit what people think, but overall, I don't give a shit.
Like I do, but I don't. I think I'm more confident in the fact that I'm like, I'm a good person, I'm a good friend,
yes.
I'm a good...
Yeah, but even just like in school, like with your style, you were always like, oh, I don't want to, I like that, but I don't want to wear it because it's not in style and I don't want to be looked at like, now I'm just like, I'm just going to wear whatever the fuck I want to wear. Right. It's comfortable. I think it's cute. And if you don't like it, then don't look at me.
Style for me has never been a thing because always being plus size, the clothing options were never great. Mm-hmm. So I can confidently say that from probably like 11th grade till now, leggings and a t-shirt.
It's just your go-to.
That's my go-to. And it's what I feel comfortable in. Maybe one day I'll branch out, but I could...
And I think that you feel more confident when you are comfortable.
Absolutely, because there are days where we'll wear clothes that I'm not, like, if I'm dressing up or something and I wear something and the whole day I'm like, this is not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and you just don't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Those are my...
I think those are great goals.
Look forward to's and...
Yeah. I think you can easily... Physically, I know that you can do a half marathon. It's just having that discipline to train.
It's what my problem is it's the mindset.
Oh, yeah.
Because it really is a mental thing.
That's all it is.
If you can get past the first few miles, it's fine. It's going to be rough for me at first because, you have to focus on your breathing and all of that jazz. But it's like once you get that down and you get past those first few minutes, it's literally just a mental game at that point. But yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
And I think just forcing yourself to do it. Because, I mean, it's not like running is not like just going to the gym. It's like you have to get on a treadmill. I mean, you could go to the gym and do it. But, like, you have to, like, actually, like, make yourself do it.
Yep.
And that's hard.
It is hard.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Yeah. So, that being said, let's hop into some other stuff. So let's talk about first, because it's relatively short, the new series on Hulu called Under the Bridge.
Yes, I feel like from episode 1, I was hooked on it.
Yeah, so Under the Bridge, for those that haven't watched it, they just dropped their 4th episode, right?
Yeah, this week.
Okay, and I think I finished that one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's based on true events.
Yes.
About the disappearance of a Canadian 14-year-old girl I think her name was Rena Verk.
Yep.
So you could Google it to figure out the whole backstory.
Yeah, I refuse to.
I have not.
I don't want to know.
But yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. It's kind of plays into what I want to think is like a kind of like a Mean Girl
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think that's really what hooked me because, they highlight this group of girls that, I I was like, what is that sound?
It's my washing machine. Yeah, because I can see these little bitty... It's funny. Anyways, keep going.
I wonder if anybody else can hear it.
Probably. Sorry, guys.
But there's like a ringleader that's kind of like your Regina George and then her like little followers. And I think really in the first episode, that is what I was like, okay, like where is this going? And then as the episodes have gone on and you start uncovering...
more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely... Because it takes place in like the 90s, which was definitely... That was my generation of growing up. And so I see that's the way the girls acted when I was in school. Like you had that one group of girls that were like the badasses, you know, and you did as a kid be like, oh, I want to be with them.
Well, because cool. They always acted like they had something to prove.
For sure. So yeah, I definitely feel from Rena's standpoint.
Well, and you just want to be accepted.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because again, she's 14 and she's going through like discovering and figuring out herself, and her family's very they're religious.
Well, and they're
Indians.
Indian, yeah.
Yeah, and so they're
not like Native American, but like they're in the Indian culture.
Yeah. And so she's just trying to figure herself out, and it's just...
Which is so crazy to me, because I feel like even now on TikTok, hearing adults talk about that grew up in cultures that weren't just your normal American culture, like growing up in America, and if you were a like Asian household, how kids would get made fun of for what they brought for lunch and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. There were like a lot of people that are like Indian and Asian that have talked about how like if they brought leftovers that they would get made fun of.
Oh, okay. I know what you're saying now. Yes.
And to me, I would have been like, you want to share? Because
or do you want to trade?
Yeah, because
I'll give you my cosmic brownie for your
or my bologna sandwich.
Yeah. But that's now. Well, I don't think you would have done that then either. Like I don't. Think
I would not, because I like food.
Yeah, but a lot of kids like you know,
a lot of kids think it's gross or weird.
It's different.
I know, and I always want to. I had that conversation with Seth the other day that, you know, if we have a kid, I want to like raise my kid to know like what foods from all different cultures are, because I never want my kid to be like, ew, that's what you eat.
Yeah. But I think it's more accepted today because we are kind of more of a melting pot than you still had then, but.
Well, and I think we have a more of an accessibility to share recipes and like
social media has changed that tremendously.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So I'm interested to see where it ends up. I don't know. It says it's a mini series, so I don't know how many episodes there is.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm assuming like 8 or 10 is what I'm.
Oh gosh, if there's okay, well,
I don't know. I could be wrong. See. Or 6. I'm just coming up with numbers at this point.
10, 12. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. But no, you should check it out. It's called Under the Bridge on Hulu.
Yeah, for real. It's a good one.
It is.
It kind of starts a little slow, but it gets your hook, line, sinkered in.
Yeah, I think the first episode you're still trying to figure out what's going on, and then
yes.
Yeah, it gets way better.
Because there's kind of a lot of back and forth, present, past, stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, you're going to take this one, Sister Soul. Let's talk about the Boeing whistleblower.
Oh, okay. So I feel like in one of the first breaking news episodes that I did, I had talked about the Boeing plane, how they had an emergency exit door ripped off during flight. And then they, just as time has gone on, more and more issues have been happening with the planes. So there was like an engine cover that flew off as soon as the plane got in the air. One of the tires didn't come down on the plane whenever they went to land. There was some kind of ramp that wasn't working.
Oh, the ramp came off.
Yeah.
While they were boarding.
Yeah.
I think is what I had heard on the ramp one.
So apparently there were all of these whistleblowers that were exposing the negligence that Boeing was doing. Basically, I think that they kind of gave up on their quality control. Mm-hmm. And so there weren't a bunch of, second and third checkups on things actually being done.
Mm-hmm.
So now people are exposing Boeing, and Boeing is really just in a PR crisis because everybody is talking about it, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
This is a huge danger.
Yeah.
I mean, God forbid one of those planes actually has some catastrophic failure and
now
can't land.
There was a TikTok or something, and maybe it was one that you were listening to or that I was watching earlier. They were talking about one that nosedived out of the sky.
Yeah, I don't know if I had even heard that story, but
either.
it was a news reporter talking about how it was nosediving out of the sky. I'm not sure.
I haven't
But
seen
I
that.
also could easily see any stories like that being hidden because I think it would scare people from flying. Yes. Because that's really anybody's worst nightmare. I mean, people hate turbulence, and turbulence is completely safe. But it still is
scary.
the fact that you're suspended in the air.
And you have no control.
Correct.
It is a control thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So the one that you were listening to earlier was talking about how Boeing, not all of them, but the one specifically on the West Coast in Washington, had what was that word?
Like,
deactivated.
Yeah.
They had deactivated the badges for the on-call firefighters and the EMTs during their
contract
negotiation. Yep. And they were just going to rely on the regular, like just your general fire department or EMT in case something went wrong, which is not.
No, it's
ideal.
not feasible because, especially whenever you're in. I think this reporter is out of Seattle. So, even whenever you're in those big cities, your response time is not quick and efficient.
Well, and I would also think that the firefighters and the EMTs specifically for Boeing are probably trained for any circumstance that would happen with an airplane versus, I mean, I'm sure a firefighter, a normal firefighter is too, but not to the degree that somebody that specifically works with Boeing.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Well, and they even said in the video that the EMTs and security, because was it security or was it just EMTs and fire? I think it was EMTs and firefighters.
Yeah.
But they were willing to stay on and work during the contract negotiations.
Yeah, but but Boeing said no.
Yeah, they were like, you either accept our deal or you're done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty disheartening.
2 of the whistleblowers
are dead. The first one died of apparent suicide, and then the second one died of a quick illness that resulted in MRSA, but I don't think they even identified what the illness is. And this is the second person, whistleblower, dead within 2 months.
The second guy was fairly
healthy, is what his family said.
Wasn't he? He wasn't super old. I didn't think he was that old.
I don't think he was super old, but I know that his family said that he was relatively healthy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Dang.
it just makes you wonder.
I mean, yeah, for
sure. Well, and Boeing is a defense contractor as well, so it makes you wonder if the government...
Makes me go back to that octopus story off of Netflix.
Yes.
That's what it makes me think of.
Yep, exactly.
So what's the Boeing facility in St. Louis? What did they do?
I don't know. I don't know if they do, repairs or what. And maybe if somebody else knows, let us know.
I think Aaron knows. We'll have to ask him afterwards. Because I think he had a guy that worked with him that quit to go work for Boeing.
What is the place that's over by Boonville? Oh, wait. No, that's Whiteman Air Force Base, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they don't... Are they tied with Boeing?
I don't think so. But maybe. I don't know. I just know there's a Boeing facility in St. Louis. We passed it.
Okay.
Not too long ago.
Yeah. We did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's that story.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what pans out.
Well, or if anything, or if this is just something that, what my favorite thing is, I was even talking about this today. You have all of these stories where the so-called conspiracy theory or conspiracy theorists come out and they're like, there's something to this, and everyone's like, nah, you're fucking dumb. You don't know what you're talking about. And then, Years later, it comes out that what people had said were actually true, but because they're, even like with the QAnon stuff would come out and everyone's like, you guys are crazy. And then years later, actual like court proceedings proved that stuff that they were saying was actually true. But it's not like you can go back in time and be like, see, I told you, because then people are like, oh, I don't care, because we've all been desensitized to it because we're fed horrible news 24/7.
I was just sitting here thinking more like, what if this is one of those instances where it's like blown up into something very large and then it just overnight disappears? Because we've had that happen too.
Yes.
Like the shooting at Vegas. Do you remember that?
We know nothing about it.
No.
Mm-mm.
Like it was huge, and then nothing.
Well, and then gone. Even the bridge collapsing.
Yes.
It, to me, what's the
It was the Mothman.
No, what was the Mitch McConnell. Mm-hmm. Who was always freezing because he's old as shit.
Yes.
His sister, well, he is somehow tied to that company. I think that his sister had a big sharing, and his sister mysteriously died not too long ago before this happened.
Before what happened?
Before the bridge collapsed. Because the company of the boat, I'm pretty sure, the like lodging. No, not lodging.
The container?
The container ships. Yeah. She was like invested money-wise into them. And so she died mysteriously also around the same time that Mitch McConnell put in his, which, I mean, it was definitely time, put in his resignation.
Do you think at any point, though,
we'll never find out.
The microphone. Do you think at any point, though, that like maybe we just have people that are like digging and like, I mean,
like, do you think we're like making more out of something?
Yeah. Do you think like maybe some of this stuff was like, okay, that's kind of coincidental? Like, because you do, like, it's like when you meet people or something and I don't know, or you're like, gosh, that's kind of a coincidence that you have the same birthday as me. Yeah. Like, do you ever think about that?
I don't know. I don't like to think that things are coincidence.
Stop staring at me like that. You look so weird.
Because I got a straight face and everything.
And this look in your eyes. Because, I mean, it could be not a coincidence. Maybe everything's pre-planned.
Don't you think? Like the universe has a plan? Like God has a plan?
Well, yeah, I do think that. I just think that it's like, it's very matrixy feeling to me. If that makes
I'm like
any
dead
sense.
Serious on this.
Do you know what I mean, though?
No, I know exactly what you mean, but I fully believe that everything is connected in some way.
I do too. It's just very kind of eerie. Like,
it's creepy though that it is like that. But I mean, we've talked about even the string line theory with everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when it happens, or if you think it's happening, it's eerie.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's very eerie. It's like, what the hell is going on here? And why?
Yeah. No, that's so true.
Kind of like you're one of my strings.
Yes. Well, there's even a girl that I go to the gym with, and she has popped up in multiple areas of my life. Mm-hmm. And it's just weird that she's constantly just showing up. Mm-hmm. It's just weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what I find more eerie is like when you like become friends with somebody and then it's like you're talking and you're getting to know each other or whatever. Like you and I figuring out that our moms have the same birthday.
Yes.
Out of all of the days in the year. Literally. It had to be that day.
And the fact that you knew my grandma before I knew my grandma.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure my mom knew your dad. Yeah. Or my dad knew your dad or something. Like, it's just like, yeah, we all live in the same area. But it's like all these other things keep lining up and you're just like, it's really kind of creepy.
It is creepy.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the Boeing thing. Yeah, what was the other one? Oh, the TikTok.
Oh, yeah, the TikTok ban.
Yeah. Biden signed the bill.
Yep. It passed the House and the Senate. And then Biden said, agreed. I think that I don't actually know if everything that I'm saying is fact, so...
I read some of it, so spill it and I'll tell you if that's what I read.
Okay, so I read that the TikTok ban was buried in another bill.
which is probably accurate.
Which is what we do with everything.
Yeah.
And so that's what helped it pass, because it was paired with other things that
probably, yeah,
we know
to get it overlooked.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think that the government would never admit this. Obviously, the government says that it's a security risk, but like, what isn't a security risk? Also, I mean, how many of these large companies that we have daily have security breaches?
Well,
you know?
Yeah. But I think the difference between, I think the thing with the security risk is the fact that we don't own it. And so I think that's their big thing, is like, they want another large tech industry to buy it. They're really trying to push for Meta to buy it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And if it did, it would be one of the largest sales. I can't even remember the multi-million amount that I saw last night.
No, because it's huge.
But it would be one of the biggest. And I think they're wanting that to happen so that we, the United States, can monitor it. But you're still right. Like, it would still be, you could still have security breaches all the time.
Absolutely.
But you said something else earlier that had to do with the government.
Oh, okay. So there are a lot of people that speculate that the government is now pushing it because, one, we're in an election year.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the biggest hypocritical moments is there is this, I don't know what branch of government he's in, but he gained a huge following. I think his name is Jeff Jackson. And I think that he's out of North Carolina. But he gained a massive following on TikTok because he would do a once a week video where he would kind of, in layman's terms, talk about what's going on in Congress. And he would say, you know, a lot of these people in the government that you're seeing like on the news, and, you know, they're making an ass out of themselves. He was like, it's actually all for show. He was like, these people will be cool as a cucumber, but as soon as, you know, the cameras are on them, that's whenever they make an ass out of themselves. But he kind of just made like the issues that are going on in the government and things that we're working through a very easy to digest. And so he grew his following on this, and he was talking about the TikTok ban. Well, guess what? We get to see what all of these members vote for. And he voted for the TikTok ban.
Really?
Yes. And so, I mean, that people lit him up, because people were like, how are you going to use TikTok to grow your following and support and say that you're not going to vote for it, but then yet you voted for it? And so then people started exposing him for where his donors, like who his donors were and all of that. But so there's a lot of speculation that the government does not the government is trying to have some sort of control of how
what's being pushed out.
like what information is being shared.
Mm-hmm.
Because people can share their opinions, and there are a lot of people. There was a girl who, it was just like, there was a story of this young girl who ended up taking her life, but before all of the facts came out, a large news reporter on TikTok made a video basically saying that this girl died from Republican rhetoric, from it was a hate crime.
Yeah.
Well, actually, after all of the facts were received and the toxicology report was done, the whole story was not anything like what was originally reported. And so you have people coming on there, and I think it's because you can't control what people are saying. And when those videos do gain a lot of traction, what does it do?
It's such a sideways topic, though, because you do have, that's one of your rights.
Absolutely.
It's freedom of speech.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't mean that you can go, omitting truths. And I mean, you shouldn't.
Correct.
Stretching the truth or making things up or assumptions or whatever,
mm-hmm.
spreading fake news. But that's what some of the news media does now.
Well, and even people
they just report off of what their
what their sources are telling them.
It's not based off of the truth. It's off of their opinion, of their sources. And it's like, can we just stop?
Yeah.
I like TikTok. Well, I'm not even on TikTok that much anymore. I'm more on Instagram
TikTok.
Reels.
Yeah.
It's the same stuff. They all like link together. But it's just like, I like it for the humor. I like the funny stuff. I like the recipes. I like some of the like trending stuff. But as far as like the news shit, it's like,
no.
Can we just not?
Yeah.
Can we just not?
I agree.
That's something I wanted to say, is because something that I read was, and this is it's interesting and scary all at the same time. 14% of adults who actually get on TikTok use it as their source of news media.
They absolutely do. Well, whenever everything started popping off with Israel and Iran, that's all, and even with the Afghanistan pullout, that's all my For You page was for like 3 or 4 days. And I mean, like, especially the Afghanistan pullout, like some of the videos just made you physically sick. And then, you know, it gets you angry because, oh my gosh, like this is happening in another country that I can't do anything.
Been like that, though.
Yeah, no, but it's just like it's in your face because every time that you're trying to use it as an escape,
it's easier to put it in your face. And that's the thing, is like that whole side of the world has been at war
forever.
For years.
Yes.
Years.
I know. Yeah.
But now it's just so readily available for us to watch.
Well, and it's easy because, you know, you can even see people from like whatever country that is affected or at war, and they tell their story of like what's going on, and you're like, oh, I am personifying like if I lived there. And so it just gets you upset. But also, I agree though that sometimes it just, I don't know. I just like it for the random shit that I learn and the recipes.
Yeah, you just got to learn how to detach yourself from. I mean, I'm not saying like detach yourself completely and act like it's not happening, but
yeah. There's a girl on TikTok that I hate follow her because I think she's annoying, but she used to do hair. She grew a following, and then she just started like moving everywhere. So she did Bali, she did like Arizona, she did Seattle. Now she's moving back to Bali, but she's going to Bali with a girl that she met offline who is actually from Australia. And so the other day she also like, she says that she's a travel vlogger, but she never shares her like anywhere that she's actually traveling. It's just like these ridiculous stories that apparently happened to her. But she shared that she was getting married to this girl that she's traveling with. So everybody is speculating, oh, are you doing it because Bali has a strict rule that like unless you're married you cannot live together? And so she basically was just, she was providing these videos with no context, but doing like a countdown to the wedding for like 5 days. And I mean, one, her engagement went up out of this world. 2, you're leaving nothing but speculation. And so she came out after the wedding and she said that like it wasn't even real. They were in Vegas, and so her friend always wanted to get married in Vegas, and she was like, so let's do it, not like a legal wedding, but she was like, I am using this as a way to show you all that like no matter what the truth is, you guys are always going to speculate like what the truth is and make up your own story. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you're not wrong, but also, damn.
I just don't think that we're meant to have that much insight to somebody's life.
Correct. And I think that's, you know, you have creators like Whitney Simmons. She used to do daily vlogs and everything like that on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And now you're lucky if, I mean, you get like a Sunday reset video and a gym routine, but you don't know anything about what's going on in her life, because I think you have to have
a disconnect.
Those boundaries.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's also why Taylor Swift is so big, is because sure, you get a glimpse in her life in her documentaries and like whatever her publicist wants us to know, but for a large majority, you don't know what's going on. And so it leaves a lot up to the imagination. Yeah,
and also the fact that she's always kind of sort of been a hot mess, you know, and that's always intriguing to people.
Yes, and you just want to like always speculate what's going on in her life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's just interesting. How social media is and how you easily
I'm not going to say I hate social media because I really only use Instagram and Facebook Marketplace.
Okay, but I do have another conversation about social media that I even thought about today. Okay, so I feel like all throughout, I don't know, I guess ever since social media has been a thing, I've always loved sharing like my recipes and like what's going on in my life and everything. And I feel like as I've just gotten older, the more conflicted I've ever been with just sharing, even anything. Like I was going through my Instagram the other day and I was like, why do I even care to share what I'm eating? Like, do people genuinely care? And also, like, am I sharing what I'm eating because I want people to like what I'm eating?
Yes.
And so then I like obviously archived all of those pictures because I was just like, why do I care?
So if I go to your Instagram, do you only have like 2 pictures?
I think I have like 4. I know,
it's
but
so
like
dumb.
it's
just leave all your shit out there, man.
I know.
If you could still find my MySpace, I'm sure that there's everything out there.
I know, but then it just makes me think like, do I share anything because of the fact that I want the accolades, or is it because I just genuinely want to share it?
Hear me out.
Okay.
Facebook came about when I was like 19 or 20.
Right.
In order to get Facebook, you had to have a college email address. Before that, you were on MySpace. There was no social media prior to that.
Right.
Once Facebook blew up, I felt like, and I didn't even like really join Facebook and start sharing things until I was probably 25.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people, at least for me, but I feel like this is a lot of people, you share because you think other people give a shit, and they don't.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people that share just to gain likes, because it gives them validation.
Mm-hmm.
How many people do you know that take a selfie and post it and they get 2 likes and then they instantly take that selfie down?
Correct.
Whether or not they liked it or not, it's because they didn't get that many likes.
Yeah.
You don't need to seek outside validation, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Who gives a shit?
I know.
I think as I got older, yes, like you, I also was like, especially with Facebook, I don't care.
Right.
I like seeing some things, but overall, I really don't give a shit.
Right.
I care about the people that I'm closest to.
Yeah.
And I know that when things are going on with their life, they're going to call me or text me or tell me.
Absolutely.
I don't have to go through their Facebook feed to find out. But I don't ever really post a lot on Instagram.
Mm-mm.
I share stuff to my stories that I find funny or meaningful.
Right.
And that's about it. But I feel like when you go through and you archive your stuff like that, like it's the cool hip thing to do right now.
Yeah.
The reason people do that is to cause speculation and to seem mysterious. Like, oh gosh, this person only has 4 photos.
Right.
Wonder why.
Right.
And then you're digging, right?
Uh-huh.
So I feel like it's like when you start archiving your stuff or you delete your stuff and you only have 4 pictures, it's you are tailoring your life to look perfect. I mean, that's what happens on social media so much. Just leave your shit out there, man.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
I mean, I have deep dived into Instagrams or, profiles and Facebook all the time. And
all my old Instagrams are out there and I can't get those deleted because
it is what it is.
I wish I had access to them.
I don't look at people's stuff and make fun of them for it. I'm just
never.
That's cool.
In reality, I don't even think that I look at a lot of the things that people post. Even if people post workout stuff, I'm more in my head. I might go past it and I'm like, God, jealous. Wish I, but also I don't know if I really think hateful thoughts. I'm more like, okay, yeah, go you. Also a way to put yourself out there.
Yeah, I think nothing.
Yeah,
it doesn't
I don't think I have a negative
bit.
Or positive thought about a lot of the things that people post. There are some stuff that people whenever you have the same person posting attention seeking, not even really thirst trap stuff. I'm thinking
but it's I can tell you're posting this to gain likes
or to even just get attention.
Yes. Yeah. That's the only ones that I think I'm okay, that's annoying.
But I don't even let it interrupt much of my day.
No.
It's mainly a JC eye roll.
And
then I move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm just like, I'll just scroll on it. And we are total opposites. If I like something or I heart something, it's because I genuinely like and heart it. You are a big
I like
offender. Yes. So I will be going through Facebook and looking at things that you've liked, and I'm like, I know that bitch don't like her. Why'd she like that? And it's just because you're just like, like,
love.
Nope.
Yeah. I feel like if you or Seth ever like something that I post, then I'm like, oh, I made it.
Yeah, because I'm just not the type of person. I'm not going to give you a compliment unless I mean it.
No, yeah.
I'm not going to waste my breath.
Seth isn't either.
I am not going to waste my finger swipe. I'm not doing it.
It's the finger swipe and then sometimes even over to a
and if I comment
heart.
on it,
oh yeah,
you know it really
it's
took
real.
my attention.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, but that's all we got today. Next week will be hopefully.
This was a good conversation.
Yeah, next week will be an actual episode. Don't ask me on what, because I don't even know who's going, but we'll figure it out and we'll be there. So.
I think I have a couple things I have a couple of ideas I need to deep dive into them to know if they're like attainable episode.
Yeah.
Worthy. I think that's the hardest thing is you deep dive into some of these things and then you're like, wow, okay, so there's actually not
a whole lot out there on there.
Yeah, there's no like meat to it.
Mm-hmm.
And also I don't want to do something that like everybody and their mom has done.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
sometimes it's
fun, but like sometimes also like especially whenever stuff is hot and then headlines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would rather wait like a couple of months and then re-bring that up.
Yes, because it like regenerates.
Yes. I would love to have the energy to do a deep dive on the Idaho 4.
You know, it would be another really cool one. I just thought about this because I'm going to tell you a story as soon as we get done with this.
Okay.
But it would be kind of cool to do an episode just about dreams. And the different types of dreams that we have. Because my dreams are fucked up.
Yeah, your dreams are pretty fucked up.
They are very strange.
Mine are just always about the anxiety thing, the things that my brain's like, oh, she hates you.
Yeah, so it would be kind of cool just to like take a deep dive into some dreams and then like maybe some things that supposedly, you know, what the meaning is behind that dream or whatever. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool actually to know like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a dream dictionary because my dreams are, they're crazy.
They're crazy. It'd be cool if there was an app that you could write what your dreams were and like you could pay somebody to evaluate what your dreams meant.
You know what? There probably is one out there. I always thought like for a long time what I would do is I would journal. As soon as I got up and I had a really weird dream, I would write it out. Mm-hmm. Because if I wake up at 3:00 in the morning from a really weird dream, I'm not going to remember it at 6 because I'm going to have another really weird, vivid dream in between there. And I'll remember the last one. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I don't know. Food for thoughts. Food for thought. Okay. Well, that's all we got today, guys.
Oh, Lord. I haven't got the thing pulled up and I don't have it memorized.
Come on, Lorraine.
Please hold. Oh, God. That wraps up today's episode. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, Amazon Music, and Patreon.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, give us a thumbs up on YouTube, and hit that notification bell so you can get an alert every time an episode drops. So tap that app. Tap that app.
We'll see you next week. But in the meantime,
stay strange, my friends.